I have the video paused here so you can see about how thin my boot soles were before I got them rebuilt. They're pretty worn down, which was my main concern. My other issue was a large hole in the shin of my left boot. And so I decided it was time to send these boots into whites for a rebuild. This is how the rebuilds looked before being used again. You can see how much deeper the tread is on these new soles. One thing I've always heard people say is that the color of the cross on Vibram soles means something, but there didn't seem to be agreement on what exactly it meant. So I gave Whites a call and asked a guy who works on rebuilds. He said that the white dot is for fire and ice soles, whereas the red dot is strictly for fire. But now Whites only uses the white dots, so now you know. You can see the stitching on the resole looks phenomenal, along with the vamp. They also replaced the backstay and the pull loop. Here's some of the new stitching that holds the lower part of the boot to the upper. And this patch also looks pretty good. I was curious how it would hold up. This is the boots after about 30 days of fire assignments. They still look pretty nice though. Whites provides leather laces with the rebuilds, but I decided to try out open offs laces. I'm pretty happy with how they've held up in the diverse fireline conditions. Here's a picture of those if anyone is interested. I've also found out that P-cord works pretty well if you remove the internal strands and only use the outer layer. I was just having trouble finding any P-cord of the right thickness that wasn't outlandishly colored. The patch turned out to hold up very well. I'm surprised how beat the soles got. The tread is still fine, but it's clearly decreased significantly. Although I guess the fire assignments we were on pretty rocky terrain. The sock liner came unglued from the insoles on both boots, which is pretty annoying to have to set in the mornings. So I'll have to reglue those. One thing I'm going to have to keep an eye on is that the outside of this leather strap is starting to get cut away, which is leaving the outside edge of stitching exposed. However, I'm not too concerned because on closer inspection, there's multiple rows of stitching that are holding the strap in place. This is happening to the strap on both sides of the right boot, but for some reason it hasn't started to occur on either side of the left boot. These are my boots after a light cleaning and some oil. One of the main benefits of getting boot rebuilds is the savings. The cost of a new pair of white Smokejumpers as listed on their website is $485 plus shipping. Well, the cost of having my boots rebuilt was $297 plus the cost of having them shipped to Whites. The $297 rebuild cost does include the cost of Whites having your boots shipped back to you. So that gives me a savings of $189. Your savings will be greater if, for example, you don't need anything patched or if you only need a resole. It's realistic to expect the rebuild process to take anywhere from 1 to 2 months depending on when you send them in. Overall, I'm very happy with these rebuilds. I feel like my boots have been made as good as new and they're guaranteed to fit and are already broken in. If you're interested in learning more about the anatomy and components of boots, I came across a good video made by Nick's Boots. If you watch even just the first 10 minutes of that video, you're going to learn